Welcome to the party, every Earthlings, and happy Earth Day to you. Today is day 1 of Clean and Fit. It is a kitchen cleaning. I assume some of you may already be in the kitchen, but because we need to do a warm-up first, so please find a place in your house that you find comfortable to sit down. You can either sit on the chair or on the floor, use a blanket, or just on the carpet. Everyone, when you landed at your perfect spot, you can either be sitting on the floor or you can sit on the chair, whatever you like. It is fine for this warm-up. Now soften your gaze and start to notice your breath. Breathe in gently. Breathe out smoothly. Straight spine, head over heart, heart over your pelvis. Once again, breathe in. And breathe out. Relax your shoulders, relax your hips. One more time, everyone. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through your mouth this time. Now, use the tip of your nose to draw a little circle. It can be clockwise or counterclockwise. It's okay. And make a circle slightly bigger and bigger. Sorry. Relax your shoulders while you're doing so. And last circle. Now we're going to do the other way around. Small circle first. And then slightly bigger. And bigger. And bigger. The last one. Deep breath in and breathe out as you come back to center. Now gently open your eyes. Put both of your hands on your knees. Breathe in. As you breathe out, round your back. Your hands may move forward as well. Now breathe in. Stretch your upper chest. Face slightly upwards. Breathe out again. Round your back. Breathe in. Stretch your back and face upward. Relax your shoulder here, relax your hips. Okay, come back to center. Now right palm onto your left knee. Left hand go back to the back of your body and gentle twist your waist. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax your hips, relax your shoulders. As you breathe in, come back to the center. And we're going to do a gentle twist on the other side. Left hand to your right knees. Right hand to the back of your body. Gentle twist. Relax the hips, relax the shoulders. As you breathe in, come back to the center. Now, let's put your feet in front of you. Very often we ignore them, but now they're on the main stage now, because they are the only reason that we can walk around. We thank them. Wiggle your toes a little bit to give them some breath that they deserve. And rotate your ankles. Left ankle, hello left ankle. Right ankle, hello right ankle. Thank you so much. Okay, now slowly stand up. We're going to practice our connection with the core. Now you're in your standing position. Let's put your feet as wide as your shoulders. And from here, let's squat down. And start to feel the connection with your core. It is actually the core that gives us the stability to squat like this. Squat even more and more. Okay, now use this technique. Let's practice to pick up something. If you have your cleaning caddy next to you, that's the best. And at the same time, you can touch your core to have that feeling of connection. All right, let's try it. Squat, straight back, pick up the caddy. Throughout these 5 days of celebration, we're going to protect our lower back like this because we're not in a rush. It is all about ourselves, our own house. Now we're ready. We're going into the kitchen. Let's go. Okay, everyone. When you arrive at the kitchen, put me somewhere that you can still hear me loud and clear, but I'm not in your way. We're going to tidy up first. Maybe there are a lot of dirty dishes. Put them into the sink or into the dishwasher. You don't need to wash them now because we'll do it later. If there are any garbages, just throw them into the bin. And please remember to recycle. If you have any food still left on the countertop, put them back into the fridge, into the cupboard, or into the box. Or maybe you can just eat them, drink them. While you're tidying up, remember to breathe, everybody. Maybe you need to pick up something from the floor. Remember to squat and straight back. Cleaning has all the movements that we have been doing since our childhood. They're very simple movements. And because of that, we can pay more attention to how relaxed we are. During Clean and Fit, we are doing very simple body movements, but in a relaxed way, in a more aware way. This is the simplest and most effective way to get fit, because you will use your body every day. If you know how to do every movement properly, naturally your body will stay fit. And if you know how to always stay relaxed, then naturally you won't eat too much sugar and too much junk food. We don't want to tight our body to fit into some kind of social standard. Remember to breathe, everyone. And when you are ready, we're going to move on to our next section, which is to dust the ceiling. We're now going to dust the ceiling. If you need to pick up the tools from lower place, remember to squat and straight back. Okay, I'm going to use a wool duster, but if you don't have a tool like this, any duster will do, or you can put a cloth on a long stick, or you can just grab a chair. It's a quick dust here. Check all the corners, check around the lamp, check the top of the cupboard. Quick dust. At the same time, breathe. And feel the stretch on your upper body. When you are ready, we're going to move on to the next section, which is to wipe the head level surfaces. If you're not ready yet, don't worry, just pause the video and restart when you are ready. The head level surfaces, usually they include shelves, cupboards, extractor hood, and window. If you have tiled walls, then it's included inside as well. I'm going to clean the windows at the end, so I'm going to grab my soap spray and a wipe to start with shelves and cupboards. If you need to grab anything from lower place, please squat and straight back. And everyone, remember to breathe. If you haven't been cleaning for a while, then soda and soap spray is a good idea here. You can spray the solution onto the cloth or straight onto the surface, whichever way. It depends on how dirty your surface is. Observation is the key to a good cleaning. It really is not about a checklist. When I just started my cleaning business, I was struggling to fit myself into the checklist. But it really doesn't give a better result than use my own observation. In every house, it looks different because everybody lives differently. And if you observe yourself more, every day you use your house differently as well. When you're wiping, feel the strength coming out from your core. It is not our arms that's doing all the job. And if you fancy, you can swap your hand, swap to the side that you use less, and feel the differences. We're not in a rush, so take as much time as you need. Give the other side as much chance as they need. And keep breathing, everybody. When you are wiping the cupboards, you probably will notice that the most dirty place on the cupboard is the handle or the knob. So give them a good clean. I'm now going to move on to clean my windows. If you feel tired, pause the video, take a break, drink your favorite drink. Mine will definitely be some hot chocolate. I like the homemade chocolate. I will buy the cocoa powder, and then I will add honey and oat milk. I love it. Okay, if you're ready, we're going to move on to the windows. For windows, we need to use the acidic cleaner and a new wipe. When you're wiping the windows, think of yourself painting backgrounds on a big canvas. So you will do straight strokes, usually the horizontal ones. But my experience is that even if you do the vertical ones, it will do. And you can spray the solution onto your cloth or straight onto the glass. Usually the kitchen windows, there are a lot of watermarks because usually they're in front of the sink. I will spray the solution straight onto the glass and wipe horizontally from the bottom, so there are less solution seeping into the frame of the windows. And you might want to take a look here. When you're finishing wiping, you finishing by wiping around the frame, and then at the corner of the frame you slightly lift up the wipe. This way we can limit the fluff as much as we can. I know a lot of people are recommending to use microfiber towels, but I really don't want to use them. I don't want to release microplastic into the water just because it is more convenient for me, or just because it gives a better result on my glass. It actually doesn't if we know how to use our cotton wipes properly. Remember to breathe while you're cleaning. And feel the strength coming from your core. And if you fancy, switch your hand. If you feel tired, take a rest. Let the sound of the bird relax you. The sound of the birds are not around my house actually. I recorded them while I was taking a walk in the park. They're absolutely beautiful. And if you're ready, we're going to move on to our next section, which is the waist level. Pause the video if you're not ready yet, and I will welcome you back. whenever you're ready to do so. We're going to wipe the waist level surfaces now. The surfaces include the countertop, the sink, the stove, and the backsplash. I assume the most oily place should be your stove. For that, you can soak it. Just generally spray your soap spray, or even better, the soda and soap spray on the stove. You know there are actually 5 forces in the cleaning. The first one is chemical. Second one is physical. You wipe it, you scrub it. Third one is temperature. The higher the temperature, the easier cleaning becomes. And then contact time. That's where the soaking comes from. And finally, frequency. It depends on your energy level, actually. So, may the force be with you. Soak your stove and let the contact time play its magic. With that being said, I'm actually going to do the countertop first. I always do so. Because countertop is less oily, so I can later on use the same wipe to do my stove. You may have a lot of bits on the countertop, just wipe them all down to the floor because we'll clean the floor at the end. If you have a toaster, give it a shake. Usually there will be more crumbs coming out, and just do the same, wipe them all down to the floor. There are a lot of food bits that we're cleaning in the kitchen. Actually, everything that we're cleaning now came from the earth. Even though the things that we are not cleaning now came from the earth. But food has such a significant role in our existence. Without food, this body won't exist. This body is actually just accumulation of the food, and the food is the accumulation of the soil. So our body is actually just a lump of earth. By doing the kitchen cleaning, I think it's a great time that we can remember that our body is earth. Unless one day intergalactic farming became a reality. Let's say we finally find a way to do farming on the Mars, and we started to eat the food from the Mars, then part of our body will become Mars. But everyone, if that day really came, are we ready to also take care of Mars? Right now, we're still struggling to take care of the Earth. And the main problem is that we forgot that we are Earth. If we know how to take care of our bodies, then we will know how to take care of the Earth. To get fit is not to fit in some kind of social standards that our mind think of. Is to really do the daily activities that the life requires. Can you still run? Can you still jump? Can you still laugh? Or just not to take any painkillers, any medicine to regulate your body. That is the real fit. Remember to breathe. And give your arms the strength from your core. Also, if you fancy, switch your arms and feel the differences. I am now going to do my stove. You can actually remove the switch and the rings on the stove. If you have the same type of stove like mine, you can actually remove the switch and the rings from the stove to give it a better clean. Only simple body movements here, so pay as much attention as you can to your body. If you feel tired, give yourself a rest. It is okay. Breathe in, everybody. And breathe out. Feel the strength from your core. You're doing a good job. The body is the only reason that we can do cleaning. It is the only reason that we need to do cleaning. Without your physical body, there's no need to clean. So, the priority is actually not your kitchen. It is actually your body. The space that we're living in should be supporting us, not giving us any kind of restriction. You know, what are you thinking about when the bird song starts? Are you judging yourself, not cleaning often enough? Are you thinking about maybe your mom is coming over on the weekend and she will say, "Oh, filthy oven"? Well, one of my customers actually told me that. Everybody, if that's you as well, don't be afraid. Shut that voice down. Your mind is only your tool. It is not you. You can direct it anywhere you want. So while we're here, we're in the celebration. Let's practice this. It is very important. We need this space to support us. We don't want it to judge us. Actually, it's our mind that's judging us. Shut that voice down and tell yourself, I'm doing a good job. It is a general cleaning, so if you can't do as much as you want, don't worry. Little goes a long way. You can always come back tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to move on. Next week, or next month. As long as we're living, we're always in some kind of cycles. And cleaning
is an important part of the cycles. Cleaning done by human, cleaning done by nature is always to become the basic elements again. And then, once again, something new will be created. That's a cycle, and cleaning is an essential part of it. Everyone, we're going to move on to the next level, which is the lower body level. If you really feel tired, skip this level and do the floor straight away. I sometimes do that as well at my work when the time is restricted, and the customers respect that because they can see there's already a lot been done. So don't worry about that if you cannot do the lower body level. Or you can pause the video and take a rest for as long as you need. And I will see you at the lower body level. We are going to wipe the surfaces of the lower body level. These include shelves, cupboards, doors of the ovens, the outside of the bin, and skirting board. Everyone, judge by your energy level. You can do the dirtiest places. It is usually under the stove or under the sink or around the bin. Don't push yourself too hard. You already did a very good job coming this far. Keep breathing. And breathe out. The lower body level. Yes, you need to squat. Or grab a stool and sit on it. When you squat, yes, just like when you are dusting the ceiling, it is not a very comfortable position because we don't do this kind of position too much anymore. But if you can still squat, you need to be proud of yourself to still be so alive. Very often when I'm squatting, I feel, once again, I am having the perspective of a young child. That is how they see things. I will let the birds sing their songs to you. Remember, don't judge yourself. Instead, tell yourself, you did a good job. You did very good job. And keep breathing. Like that, pay attention to your body. everyone. We're now going to move on to the floor, which is the final level. Even if you don't clean head level or waist level or lower body level, this is a must do. I assume most of you will use a hoover, so I won't talk anymore. Instead, I will let the birds sing their songs to you while you're doing this. There's about 10 minutes, but if you need, you can pause the video, and there's a little ending at the end. When you finish the floor, come back to the ending. We will do the finishing together, like wrapping up a present for yourself.
This is the end of the cleaning, everybody. Now I invite you to take a seat in your kitchen and just look around and feel this space that you have just cleaned. You did a very good job. Well done. For any of the dirty cloth that you have used, you can give it a shake so the bits fall out onto the floor, or brush it so the bits onto the floor, and then put it aside. We'll wash all the stuff together after day 5. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining me for this party. I hope to see you tomorrow. As long as you are in the cycle of the earth, you are earth. And if that's the truth, then every moment is Earth Day. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Take good care. Bye.
Cutie pie, cutie pie bee, cutie pie, cutie pie bee, cutie pie, cutie pie bee, cutie pie bee.